Hi, what's up, otakus? I'm back. We're grading more books. It's kind of what I'm doing in downtime on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Um, you know, my wife's kind of, when we put our son to bed, um, she kind of, it's her, sort of her time to do her thing. It's my time to do my thing, kind of give each other that nice space. Um, so, yeah, it's kind of, this little project has me excited. So we're just kind of going through my collection and grading. I've actually got 6 books here. And one I'm not even going to get out because I put it at a 9.4. Yeah, I'd put it a solid 9.4. So this book, we don't necessarily need to get out and grade. It's a high grade. Spine is absolutely clean. The issue with the book here is it's got a little bit of you can see it right there. Actually, is that the bag? That might be the bag. Nope, it's on the book, as I can say. So on the edge of the book, you can kind of see right here, you can see a little bit of just some like rub. Yeah, it looks like some of the paper might have. Yeah, it's just a rub. I don't even know. It's not. The surface of the paper did get a little bit dinged, I think. But I mean, it's really minor. And then I think you've got like a little. It's just the minutest of blunted. It's like kind of like a rounded corner, not really that sharp. That could technically be like a manufacturing flaw, which wouldn't necessarily. I mean, it affect a 9.8. It would be a 9.8, but it's not going to drop it below a 9.6, right? So, as is with those two really like negligible flaws, I'd put it at a solid 9.4. But it's this great is basically a Neil Adams cover where he's reinterpreting one of his famous covers. And instead of Batman, you have the Joker here. And you got Harley Quinn running away instead of the damsel. Then you got Batman and what looks like wolves instead of the horses and the carriage. So it's like they're kind of like homaging the original cover. Forgive me, I forget what the Bat Detective Comics number on that cover is. But yeah, it's just a great Neil Adams cover here. And I got this from Silver-Haired Bronze Age Babe. So shout out to her channel. If you're not following Silver-Haired Bronze Age Babe, I feel sorry for you first and foremost. Go and check her out and sub her up. Her collection is amazing. And I mean, just love where her focus and how, the books she picks up, or her focus is in the collection. Just love it. Every book she features is like, man, I want that. It just brings out the FOMO in you, the Superman FOMO, the Lois Lane FOMO. It just brings it all out. She definitely is just one of my favorite people in the community, my favorite channels for sure. So, and I'm sure that's the case for many people in the community. But I'm just speaking for myself, but I know a lot of people in the community feel that way as well. So yeah, if you're not following her, you're not watching her, definitely silver-haired, Bronze Age babe. Go look her up and subscribe and watch her content. Okay, so this one here, Detective Comics 49. I want to say this is like volume 3 or something. Well, maybe volume. It's either volume 2 or volume 3. Maybe volume 2. I'm just looking for it right here. Detective Comics. No, it's volume 2, yeah. So it's a Batman 227 homage. Neil Adams cover. We're going to say this is a 9/4. It's a pretty flawless copy. Again, got the minutest of like issues with it. All right, we'll make it a little bit more conservative. We'll say it's a 9/2. Don't see it going below a 9/2, to be honest. It's just a beautiful condition. We don't even have to get it out like and check pages or anything. It's just a new book. It presents like a new book. It's just flawless. So no need to do a deep dive. I mean, that depending on the grader, it could even come back at 9/8. So not too worried about that book. All right, so we're gonna go back up and grade these other ones. Okay. We've got an adventure comics here. Just want to make sure. Yeah, adventure comics, and we did not grade this one, so this is my last adventure comics that we haven't graded yet. Well, no, we have one more. Death of Lightning Lad. Where is that one? 304. All right, maybe I have it in. We'll get. It's probably in my like upper drawer. But anyway, so what we have is Adventure Comics 320, 345, no 325. We have Detective Comics 27, a reprint of the first appearance of Batman. We've actually got 2 copies of it, so we'll grade both copies. I don't know, I have 2 reprints. Just sometimes it ends up that way. We've got, we love these Silver Age, Copper Age, Silver Age classics. Of Detective Comics 225 classic issue where Bruce Wayne is in his cowl is removed. And then we've got another classic one, Detective Comics 327. And again, these Silver Age ones, I think there's like 9 in total. So I wouldn't mind just getting all the books in this run because they're pretty fantastic. This is sort of my era of reprints, I guess. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty tacky in terms of its like cover design, but The original cover's there. I love the bullet logo. It's just nostalgic goodness. You get the purple bullet logo, you get the blue bullet. There's a lot of thought that went into the cover on this design. So yeah, we've got some reprints to grade and then Action Comics. So I'm going to save this one for last. Let's start with his modern reprint here. And I'll start with the back cover because generally I put what I think is the worst conditioned book in the back. We've got 2 or more copies. So I'm going to grade this one first. We got this great Lego Batman back cover here. I'll start on the back because, all right, let me get this down here. All right, so we've got color breaking spine tech, got a blunted corner, got a one, 2, yeah, 2 color breaking spine ticks and a blunted corner. So, this is so far an 8.5 copy. I think it'll stay there at an 8.5. This front cover got a spine issue there, doesn't break color. Yeah, not too bad. It's like about 2 spine ticks that kind of, maybe they're the same related ones on the back. Corners are sharp. Overall looks really good. So I'm going to put this at a solid 8.5 for this book. And this is, again, Detective Comics reprint of Detective Comics 27. Oh, I'm tired. Why don't I have this book on I guess I'll have to add it. Insert. It's weird I don't have this written up here. I'm just going to take a real quick look. Enjoy that great Capullo cover while I look these up. All right, so we're just gonna. This is a free book. It's August 2014. So Detective Comics. What's going on here? All right. More time. Doing 27. Whoops. Oh, jeez, what's going on here? Sorry, guys. I should probably do this later, but I need to have a reference point when I grade this stuff, so. $27. I'm going to make it a reprint. From 2014 August. Okay, and the creators on 127 were Bob Kane, who kind of turned out to be a little bit of an asswipe, because here's Bill Finger, guy who created Batman essentially, who wrote the book. And for the longest time, Bob Kane did not give him any credit in the comic books as having created or written, having written the stories. And that's just a dick move. what we call a dick move. But yeah, I mean, glad to see Bill Finger getting his recognition now. All right, so I got that. This is our first copy, and this was a solid 8.5. Again, this is a modern book. I don't anticipate it's a free book. On top of that, I'm just gonna take a look at. Wow, look at that! Nice. This original Batman story. Is very different from the Batman we know. It's like no mention of his origin or anything like that. Just it just brings you into the present where there's Bruce Wayne, and then Commissioner Gordon's like, oh, there's crime going on in the city, and Bruce Wayne's like, oh, really? And then changes and just shows up. So no Robin, nothing, no sort of there's no indication of why he's Batman or anything like that. It's just a dude, and it shows up, looks like a bat, beats up bad guys, and the mystery is like, oh, well, it's this Bruce Wayne. He's this rich dude who's just dressing up like a vigilante and solving crime and beating up criminals. Like, we don't get any of that backstory in this first issue. Now, this one here, this is kind of a modern retelling, I guess, with all that, the layering of the character that we have come to know and love. So it's, I guess, like a retelling of that. And then again, more elements of, looks like just a side story on that. That's pretty cool. That's actually really, like, cool reprint to have, actually, and just gives you a taste of the original comic, which isn't very long, right? It's rather short. And then they kind of go into like a modern retelling, just adding layers. I love when they do that. And that's kind of like very reminiscent of what they did on classic X-Men, right? You took a classic story and then you just kind of added new elements to it to give you an better appreciation of the original story. All right, so we're going to grade my other copy now. And we'll start with the back, just like the last one. This one's actually in worse shape. I don't know why I have... Jeez, talk about... All right, so I'm just going to put that 8.5 copy here in the front. And this copy is so shoddy. I don't know. I mean, I will. It can be a reader's copy. I'll actually probably just end up reading this one. This is the same comic book. It does present better on the front. It can use a press as well, but look at the back here. We've got a crease, breaks color. We've got another crease, breaks color. We've got all these spine ticks. Again, I think I picked up this one up for free, which makes it understandable. Yeah, again, the same interiors there. Love this Jim Lee. Look at this Jim Lee page out here. That's good stuff right there. 75th anniversary edition of graphic novels. Yeah, I've read everything here except Batman and Son, Batman Earth 1. I haven't read this one, Batman, The Black Mirror. But everything else. Oh, Arkham Asylum I haven't read. I should read that. Grant Morrison. Okay, I'll get around to reading that. Yeah. So I'll probably at some point go and read these like side stories. Okay, so the grade. We got a crease, we got a lot of spine issues, got another bent corner there. So I'm gonna put this at 5.0. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at a 5.0. I think that's fair. And I'm not gonna even, I mean, this is a copy I don't feel like I need the 2 copies of a reprint. So if we can, I don't know what to do with this. I guess the best thing to do is just keep it as a reader or trade. If you want to beat up reprint of Batman 27, let me know. Send you the book. I guess for an equivalent reprint. I'll just put it at that. All right. What's our next book here? All right. This grading is actually it's fun. I'm having fun with it. But at the same time, it is work. It's work to grade books like this. So what do we say? That was I'll say it's a 5.5. It's a 5.5. I mean, it's not that bad. The issues aren't that bad. They're all on the back cover. All right, so I think I know why I put. No. Yeah, my rule is the better comic on the front, the worse. This way, it just gives us a mental, catalog of what's what without having to pull everything out. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to grading. We'll start here with 327. Detective 327. Oh, man, I'm tired. Get to get to bed after we read these books. All right. Looking real good. You know, 1, maybe 2 spine ticks. Nothing color breaking. There is a crease though. It's right there. See it? Now, the question is whether it's color breaking or not. And it's not. It looks good. All right, so this definitely needs a press because it's got a long crease right there, but it's something that can be pressed out. I mean, you can't even tell there's a crease until I do this action here. Okay, so it's not color breaking. That's fortunate. But again, like when I bought this book, I did not see that. Something, you know, I think I ended up paying $2 for this book too. Something like that. $2. $1 or $2. All right, the back looks decent. No creasing on. Oh wait, the crease actually goes through the back, but again, it doesn't break color, so we're still safe there. This is a minor spine issues. So as is, this would be, I want to say it'd be a 6.5 with that crease going down it. Because it's definitely there. You can see it. Thing is, if we were to press it out, I think it would just disappear altogether with a good press. So I'm going to say 6.5. The other parts of the book look flawless. I mean, they're pretty. It's still a very high grade book, aside from that crease. You've got some amazing. You got some amazing artwork here by who's the artist here? Can't see who the artist is here. Not telling us here on the first part. I want to say it's Carmine Infantino, but pretty sure it's Infantino. Just wish they would write stuff like that. Yeah, but anyway, it looks unmistakably like Infantino on the cover there. I think it's the same interior artist as well. I forget what the key aspect of this book is. Should have probably did more research before we got into grading. If you know the key aspect of Detective Comics, 327. Maybe as I'm looking through the book, it will reveal itself. This is pretty much an as-is reprint, which is what I like about this Silver Age stuff, as opposed to that other one which added a bunch of pages of, additional like comic books. This one is how you would have read the original Silver Age book as well. All right, so looks good. Again, I'm gonna put this at a put this at a 7.0. What did I say earlier? Did I say this is one of those instances? It's like a 7.0 as is, but with a press, it would be like this could, because the spine issues are so. This could go as high as an 8.5 with a press. So we're going from essentially like a 7.0 to an 8.5 based on a press. All right, so this is Detective Comics 327. Why don't I have these reprints on my? It's just so odd. Here we go. DC Silver Age. I do have them. Okay, 327. I'm gonna put this at a. So it is Conrad and Fantino. I'll put this at a 8. What did I say? 7.0. 7.0 copy. Put this back in. All right, 7.0 copy on this one. And then our next one is DC Comics 225. And no creases on this one. This is actually just a solid 8.5. I'm going to land on an 8.5. It could be higher. Yeah. I'm going to change 8.5 to 9.0. This is a really good, nice copy here. All right, so I've got the information on this one up in front of me. This is what, 252? No, sorry. Detective 225. So we've got Win Mortimer on the cover. We've got Sheldon Moldoff on the interiors here. This is this classic Silver Age depiction of our dynamic duo. Got a nice Wayne's World ad in there to bring you back to the 90s there. Yeah, just overall cool. I definitely want to get all of these Silver Age. If I can pick them up for like less than $1, I'm definitely going to have that. I don't want to pay, because I think I paid $2 for these each. I definitely want to pick them up. I don't care if they're in bad condition, but pick them up in like a 25-cent or 50-cent bin. No rush on picking these up, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, I will be looking out for them. If I can find them for under $1, or if they're going to be $1, they'd have to be high grade, like similar to this kind of graded book. So I'm going to put this at a 9.0. This one just a beautiful looking book. Short in the light. It's just a really clean. Like, I'll go in the back too. You can't see any spine issues on that. back here as well. Got just a couple of spine ticks. For the most part, very clean. So yeah, I mean, feel good about calling this a 9.0. Could be higher. Don't think it'd be lower than a 9.0. Not seeing anything. I mean, it could benefit from a press for sure. Most of these books could. But this is just one of those things, like, it's just looks good as it is. It obviously would not improve much with a press, just it'd be a minor improvement. So this is one of those instances. We don't want to go through the hassle of doing all that for just a minimal grade bump. All right, so our final book is going to be Adventure Comics here. Let's take a look. All right, so I've got this in the middle section of the book. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to put it just against the back and board. Cover's still attached, but as you can see, there's some kind of, I don't know if that's rust or what, but there's just sort of a darkening around the staples. Paper quality is very brittle. It's tanned. Oh, wait. The staples are not on. This is not an attached book. That's a bummer. So the cover is detached. Just going to check on the front here. Yeah, well, no. Okay, so it is attached. It's attached. One staple's detached. One staple is attached. So it's a detached. Technically, it's still attached. Technically, it's attached. We've got a rip here on the top. The pages are pretty brittle, pretty stiff. You got Lex Luthor kind of running amok. He's got a flying belt. And then he lands smack dab in the middle of the Legion. Then we got a Superboy story with our girl Lana Lang. Beautiful book. All right, so I'm not seeing anything on the interior that would, again, just that detached top staple. No splitting, except at the very, just minor splitting there. Got a corner crease here, kind of minor. We got a long crease here, very faint, kind of breaks color. I put that at like a moderate. Again, there's just some scraping on the book. I don't think this book would need a press. It's just the covers. My worry on pressing is just making the cover more brittle. As is, you can kind of still flip through the book, and overall, it's a great looking book. So I'd put the grade at like a 2.5 on this one. No, but then that detached cover, I'm going to go 2-0 on this one. 2-0. Adventure Comics. Say 2-0. That will, I think I have one more Adventure Comics that needs to be graded. You know what? I'm going to, because it doesn't have all that, all like as many creases, we've got two kind of minor corner creases. And really it's just sort of this top detached cover and the minor spine split. So yeah, detached cover is a pretty big deal. So I'm gonna stick with my 2-0 grade. I think it's gonna be in between like 2-0, 2-5. But again, I don't like the fact that the top staple there is loose and it's not good. So we'll stick with I think I know why I had the backing board in the middle of the book. So that cover can remain. I am going to put this back in the middle there and just okay. So 2-0 copy on this one. This is another book, I think, in retrospect, if we had done a better grading job, this might not have been a book we picked up, because again, it does have quite a bit of it has some issues. Let's just put it nicely. It has its issues. So am I going to be able to get this book in without? Oh, please don't do any. Don't. Eek. All right, wait. I gotta do this really carefully. It's gonna. Oh, gosh. Oof. All right. How am I gonna do this? All right, I'm gonna try putting it in the normal way, protecting the back. All right. We'll just have to be extra careful here. I am apt to move this into a more appropriate bag and board. Hang on just a moment. This should fit better. Overall, so I have a lot of books like this where there's a spine split, but it presents really well. Like, and this is just one of those instances. So I'm gonna kind of give this the sort of the benefit of the doubt and place the grade just a little bit, be a little bit more forgiving, because again, there's not a lot of creasing on this book, and does present really, really, really beautifully. So really the only issue on this book is that detached, and I just tend to give like a detached, well, I think most people should, give it the proper demerits. It's a pretty big, detached covers a pretty big flaw. All right, now this, sometimes these bagging and boarding adventures are not. There we go. Ooh. I think it's already just. There we go. All right. So what I like about this new housing, I shouldn't say housing, but new back and board, is that it's very form-fitting. So it's not going to move the book around, especially with that detached cover. I don't want it I want that other staple being compromised. So this nice form-fitting bag and board is going to kind of press the book while it keeps it in there, and just I think it presents better than the actual grade. So I'm gonna just give it that visual appeal sort of advantage, and I'm gonna put it at a 2.5. It just looks too good to be like a 2.0. So this is just my personal flair on it. Even with it, because the cover is detached, we're giving it the absolute bare minimum we can give it, and just placing it there. So 2.5 is as high as it's going to go, right, with that issue. And again, 2.5 is, even with that issue, is taking into consider all the other little minor things wrong with the book. But I think 2.5 is a good compromise on this one. This looks really good. It's got a little pencil there, which I believe we can erase, but I don't want to, because it's actually a date. It says 8. It looks like it's an 8-4 or 04. Hopefully that. Not sure what that would stand for. But anyway, it's got a pencil mark on there. And now we can save this bag and board for another, like a modern book. Yeah, can use that for the modern book. All right, so we're gonna call it a night. I do like kind of where we got with the grading today. We were able to grade what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, and feel pretty good about the grades. Again, I was surprised one of these copies is just really pretty beat up. So what I may go ahead and do is just take one, what to do. I mean, this takes up a lot of space, just this one book. It's got 2 reprints in there. I'm thinking I should just take one of the reprints out. Just keep one. We don't need 2 reprints, right? All right. I think I've decided for myself. Just gonna move one of the copies into my overflow box. Where's that book I could? Yep. Okay, I'm going to put the reprint comic at the back of this Mike Grell Green Lantern DC special. And we'll just keep one. We don't need 2 reprints in there. Hopefully someone will want this as like a trade book. All right, so we got 2 reprints. One is a keeper, one is now sort of trade bait. There you go. All right, got a couple more comics graded. Feeling good about that. And nothing coming up on the docket for me. Tomorrow we'll just grade some more books and talk, I guess, news. Yeah, just I think we made some more room for my collection just now by removing one book. Removing one book means you can add another book, so it's all good. That's it. We'll grade more books tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.